So now we're on the work together 14-3. And in 14-3, what we've been talking about is collecting or doing the allowance method for collecting for recording uncollectible accounts. So we have a certain amount of money that we're just estimating we are not going to be able to, we're ever going to seize. They're sales that we made on account. People owe us this money, and just based off statistically, we're not going to see this money. So this is what we're going to do in order to account for that. So as we go through our Coastal Aquatics worksheet and we take a look, Coastal Aquatics estimates that uncollectible accounts expense as 0.5% of its total sales on account. So during the current year, Coastal Aquatics had sales on account of $424,000. Now we need to record the uncollectible accounts expense adjustment on the worksheet, and then we'll label this adjustment as letter E as we go through. So the first thing we got to find out is what exactly is that adjustment going to be. So we pull up our calculator. As we pull up our calculator, we're going to take those sales at $424,000 and we're going to multiply it by 0.005 to get that 0.5%, and we're going to come up with $2,120. So with that $2,120, we need to put in for our allowance for uncollectible accounts. So as you can tell right now, we already have $524 in our allowance for uncollectible accounts, starting right there. And what we're going to add in is another $2,120 in that account, and we're going to label that with the little e. Now keep in mind with this account, allowance for uncollectible accounts is considered an asset account. However, it's considered a contra account in that its normal balance is against what the norm is for assets. So the normal balance for an allowance for uncollectible accounts account is a credit. And that one's going to continue to go up because that's what's going to be an increase in there. So we're going to add that $2,120 there. The next thing that we have to do is we have to add that $2,120 to something else. And that's considered an expense to our business. So as that expense to our business, we take a look, uncollectible accounts expense, and since we credited the other one, this one is obviously going to be a debit. I'm going to just put in that little e right there and then put in the $2,120. And 0 cents in there for our uncollectible accounts expense. So that's how you account for those adjustments. Try the on your own 14-4 located down here and in your book.